I'm
Hello.
Oh goodness. Let me I still have a minute and 30 seconds over here. Let me get this together.
and we are live. I'll be back, Chris. Let me look at my phone to make sure it came up.
Uh-oh. What did you kick? That thing?
Huh?
What did you kick? Was it something right
No,
here?
I hit that.
I have to get used.
Did it come up?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Yeah. Because I want to make sure people don't be kicking this. I'm going to have to figure something out.
Ooh.
I know. Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I need to put that other light up so it won't have that shadow. But fuck it. I'm not finna try to walk in front of the camera.
Ooh, that shit is bright though.
I like it. I love
No,
it.
I like it's just, but it's right here.
It's in
I
your
just
face.
need it tilt somewhere.
Yeah, I need to put the other one
maybe
up
right there.
so it won't have the shadow. But so y'all wanna off?
You can leave it. Well, first of all, we usually always turn this off back here. Remember? You used to have that off.
It is bright. I gotta turn it.
Yeah, I can't even. I mean, but you know, I'm used to it being in my eye. Just this is it's right there on me. Move. Maybe I'm about to say move it.
I just put it on just for the fuck of it.
I know I was gonna say move it over in front of that chair some if you could pick it up. It'll change some of the angle of it. Hey y'all! Click on the link below. Naked Girls are live on NakedGirlzTV, YouTube. Come on over and see what we got to talk about today. We got a lot to discuss. Click on the link below. Look at that strong man up there in the picture right there.
Mm-mm.
Look at that God.
I was gonna say, why is this not turning?
Look at her. You put on that girls, I forgot I don't have that page up on me now. I gotta go back.
Hello.
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 And then
I'm looking like Prince today. I really feel like, I feel like, yeah. Yeah. That's what I feel like. Hello.
Hey, this is Mr. Long. I have to do a photo shoot for my book, so I can't watch today. Oh, please shout me out. We shouting you out. Shout out.
Hello. Who do we have here?
So, click on the link below. I'm going over to Naked Girls TV on YouTube.
Hi, Taylor. Taylor, have you subscribed to our YouTube page? Because that's where we go live now. We just come here to kind of tell people that we're live on YouTube opposed to Facebook. We want you to join us on the YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot to discuss today.
A lot.
So, are you on YouTube at all?
I'm on YouTube now.
Oh, wait, Taylor.
Why does it say offline?
Does it on YouTube?
Hmm?
On the YouTube?
Mm-hmm. It might be me. Let's see. Well,
Hello. I call you my Egypt friend. We need to talk so that you can tell me how to pronounce your name correctly. Okay, you're on YouTube. Good. Let's see. Yes, the link for YouTube is up at the top. I think you won't be able to click on it until I click off.
Oh yeah, you have to because you have to put that up there in your description before you even press live.
It's in the description.
Before you press live, you put there. Oh, this should be there.
Is it? Can you see it though, or what are you on? You're on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Share it from Facebook.
Hi, Derek. Derek, we're on YouTube. Have you subscribed to the YouTube page? Because we're going to end this feed in a couple seconds. But we want to make sure everyone knows that we're on YouTube. The link is in the description for it's Naked Girls TV.
Mine is not. Yeah, you need to click over so we can see what yours doing because mine is not. It's stuck. But I can see some.
You're blushing, Taylor.
Let's see. Hey, Deidre. Hey, Omalola. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Jamaica.
Yes, Derek, tune in to YouTube. Hey, Chris. Chris, can you join us on YouTube? The link is in the description up top for this live feed. It's Naked Girls TV, all one word. That's where we go live now. The link is in the description, Derek. Do you see it right where it says Feedback Friday? Hi, Nicole. Can you join us on YouTube?
I'm trying to see it.
I almost just want to leave this up.
Huh?
I'm like, I almost just want to leave this up. I don't know how you do it. My arm is just like.
Oh, for which? That's not YouTube you on, right? That's
Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're supposed to cut it off. Then.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I'm just
but
trying
my
to get
muscle.
people.
But you know what? I'm actually since we have the tripod and stuff, I'm kind of feeling not useful.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to really do my push-ups every day because I gotta my arms gotta keep looking strong.
Okay, you all. I'm getting ready to end this. Nicole, we're at Naked Girls TV, all one word. The link is in the description box on this live feed. So click that link and join us over on the YouTube page, okay? I'm leaving now.
You have to because I need to know what you see on YouTube because my screen is frozen.
YouTube is frozen?
My YouTube, but I see people making chats, but I can't tell I can't tell what they can see. So I need you to.
Okay. Hi y'all. This is a lot of work.
Yeah, mine ain't
Mine is frozen too.
see, mine's not.
Now what do we do to be
Push live chat at the bottom.
No, I'm saying how do we catch up so that it's right where it's supposed to be?
Yeah, just pull it all the way to the end. And push it back down. Yeah. So I don't know, but yours say live chat.
Okay.
Offline.
Yours says offline?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're here. We're good. We have a lot of things to discuss today.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we're both, you're wearing Naked and Free.
Mm-hmm.
I have on my defuck shirt today because that's kind of how I feel, like the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been one of those days for me because some people don't realize that what I do is, I say globally, and if they're thinking medium-sized town and that's it, they try to keep me in this little box. So it's been one of those days. Chris, your lips are shining.
I'm kind of gloss.
I'm mad. Now I think I got a little chapstick in here.
I couldn't find my chapstick, so I was like, damn.
I don't want Chris being the only one.
Well, you better put it down.
It's just my conditioner.
Oh, okay.
And then I got a little shimmer in here.
Put some shimmer on.
Let me put a little shimmer on so my lips can be looking good like Chris's. I turned around like,
uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, okay. Let me get myself together. I thought Javon was gonna bring me something before he left.
He's still here though.
Oh,
okay.
Did you? Hi, Deidre. Hi, Omalola. Hi, Andrea. Or is it Andrea? Do I do that? I do that every time, I think.
I don't know what I said.
Okay. Jamaica, hello. Have a good time at your shoot.
She got a shoot? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, have a good time.
Hi, Ricky. And hi, Raven. Hi, Kanethia. And my Egypt friend. I want to come and ride a horse. Like, I saw you doing all the posts with the animals and stuff. Like, I want to come and ride a horse. And hi, James. Did I miss anyone up top? I think I got you all.
There we go.
Thank you, Ricky. All right, so I don't even know how we're gonna start. Like, okay, yesterday I posted a video in reference to men and women killing each other behind failed relationships. It's happening all across the globe. It's nothing new. We're seeing it, but it just seems like we're seeing so much of it. And people are running to social media, posting this stuff on social media, and it's becoming an epidemic, and I just think it's ridiculous. Like, and it burns me up. So I got a text message from someone that felt like I should not have done the video because there was a situation that recently happened in my hometown, and they felt like I wasn't being sensitive to the family that was grieving. And while I am sensitive, because I do realize they've lost a loved one, even though they lost him in an unimaginable way or whatever, I do understand that. However, the issue here is that I don't feel like anybody's life should be taken because they decide they don't want to be in this relationship anymore, male or female.
Exactly.
And what, Chris and I was talking about, like, why is it that when people tell us the truth, we automatically think they're being mean? And it's like we're responding. Like, if a man tells me he doesn't want to be with me anymore, I shouldn't take that as him being mean or mistreating me and wanting to take his life for that. Why is truth so offensive, and why do we see it as mean? Because the video, I just told the truth of how I felt about people.
And it's the same tone. It was the same tone as any other shit talking video she got.
Right.
And you get what I'm saying? But it wasn't even a shit talk. It was a frustration, woman to woman or human to human, that says you cannot want what you want that bad that you take someone's life to have some type of gratification.
Right.
From
exactly.
it, right? Or to prove some type of lesson to whomever.
Right.
So, and I'm like, why can't we say that? Why is it that when you speak a truth that certain people don't agree with, or that's more controversial, people talk about, you don't have to tell that. Well, isn't that what social media is all about?
Right. Telling them, being able to
speak what you want to speak. Exactly.
And hi, Terrence. Thank you for joining us for your first show. Hi, Justin, and hi, Shara. Yeah, it pisses me off. Like, I am so frustrated. And in the video, you could, like you said, you could see my frustration, because I feel like everybody should have a choice. We were talking earlier, and I was like, if you decide you don't want to be with somebody for whatever reason, because their toenails are too long, you should have the choice to say, I don't want to do this anymore, without feeling like you're going to lose your life.
Yes.
Like, and then we pacify it. When it hits home, we pacify it. This is not a situation that you can pacify, especially when there are kids that are left without a mother and or father or what. It's too much.
It's too much. I mean, and people have, this has been something that's ongoing. We both have experienced. I mean, this is probably, for me personally, this is like the fourth young couple, in a sense, that I've known for a situation like this to happen since I've been in high school. Very so often we hit this type of wall where a man mostly has taken the life of a woman because he can't have her, you know what I'm saying? But we know that this does happen with women also. So this is not a one-sided thing. But yeah, we discussed it, and I mean, Naked Girls hosts a Women's and Waffles domestic violence, what we want to call it? Brunch.
Yeah.
Every October for Domestic Violence Month. But this is something that has to be talked about all the time, because the bottom line of it is that people have to know how to handle their emotions.
Right, exactly.
And people could call it mental illness. Either we all crazy or we all playing crazy.
Right, exactly.
That's the only way. I mean,
yeah. And so it just really does something to me. Ricky said, because everyone is used to being lied to in order to make them feel better. And that's the truth. Why do we need all of that coaxing to our egos and to make, like, why do we want to be lied to like that? Hi, Forever Essence. Yeah, so Shara said she saw the video. Yeah, it's just, why do we like to be lied to?
And it's the thing, we're not saying, like when we saw it, when I saw it, I knew that was going to be a touchy one. And I was like, and I'm going to ride this with my girl. That's how she feel. And I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Some things I might be like, oh, you know, you say just not knowing if that's, you know, when you enter into some waters that people going to be discussing, no different than doing a gay video or something like that. You know when you're entering into something that needs to be discussed. But just 2 weeks ago, we talked about a new age Romeo and Juliet situation with two teenagers who killed themselves. Exactly. So we need to start to look at this in a realistic way, because this wasn't a conversation that we were having like that in the black community. It was actually a joke that we would put to white people about them killing themselves if they had no money and stuff like that.
Or lost their
jobs and stuff. Yeah.
Now we're doing
it over relationships. And now either there's something happening to us that is some chemical imbalance with food and all type of stuff, or we are suffering so much from low self-esteem, from all these false ways that we can look great to the world, that when you get something that really makes you feel good, you are holding on to it for dear life.
Exactly. And if at any moment it makes you feel bad, you feel like, I got to get rid of that. How dare them? Yeah. You know, and it's like, we grew up not always being accepted. So it's like we are part of a different generation. But I always tell people all the time when they feel like they can bully me over social media, like I tell people that doesn't work for me. Like I had to go to school with the bully. Like I had to, you know, look her face to face and fight her.
Like why you coming to fight me?
Like, what you doing on social media?
Like, so, right? There ain't no suspension.
Right.
Right. So I don't understand social media.
And it's like, you don't affect me. I've had to listen to somebody say, you black African booty scratcher, right in my face. Like, we could kiss. So you being across the world saying, you black bitch, I'm like, oh shit. I done been a black African booty scratcher since 2nd grade.
I'm just like, I don't know you. Are you coming to my house? Like, is it that serious? But why is it? And look how one-sided we are. There's many world star hip hop videos that we have liked and shared across the world of our youth killing themselves, basically.
Right.
You know, whole projects of people outside while grown men and grown women root on young girls and boys fighting like that, pulling each other clothes off, their hair off, assuming that when the video ends that the beef has ended. Right? And we've done that and people laughed and we've just shared so much. But when somebody puts out an opinion that's really not an opinion, it's a truthful thing that if you know the person or not, you will totally agree with, now that's a problem.
Right. Ricky says a lot of people deal with deep-seated abandonment issues too. J. Michael Clark, they be great people and regular bosses running shit, and when they do some fucked up shit, the family say they had a mental illness. Exactly. Where was this mental illness 2 days prior to them doing what they just did? And if they were so mentally ill, how were they in their right mind enough to know they wanted some social media likes that they would go and post something on social media first or during, as the guy did on Easter when he shot the elderly man? Like, you're not that crazy. You know, oh, this is gonna garner a lot of views.
Nobody didn't give him a mental illness pass.
Yeah, no one cared. Sharon says, shaking my head, men and women are getting involved in relationships too damn early. I like that
exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. My phone's dirty.
My phone is
too damn early. Life that once they become adults, they are used to lying and getting lied to. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Jasmine Sullivan had a song that says, she said something like, if the truth is gonna make me cry, I'd rather just live a lie. Like, why? And so people are just running around truth, you know, like, if the truth gonna make me cry, I'd rather just live a lie. Why? And that's what it seems like people would rather do. Mm-hmm. If the truth is gonna hurt me too much, just let me walk around and look like a jackass.
Yeah, basically. And that's just saying, I mean, we're just weak now. I mean, to me, I'm like, okay, I ain't saying I ain't never felt like I ain't want to get out of bed. And
right.
I might have wanted to die.
Right. Me too.
But I ain't never wanted to kill nobody.
Right. I might have wanted them to die. But
right.
Yeah. Yeah,
exactly. Like
it's funny because I was talking to Chris earlier about, you know, even my ex-husband, like, it didn't work out with us. And I can remember being afraid when we decided we weren't going to live together. And even after the judge awarded me almost $8,000 in child support and alimony, like, I was driving down the road like, I know this motherfucker's coming out at any moment to run me off. I mean, because I was just terrified. But, you know, like, I have to give him his kudos. Like, he did what he was supposed to do. He was a stand-up man. He did what he was supposed to do every month when anybody else could have said, I'm going to kill this bitch. I'm not giving her $8,000 a month. I'm just not going to do it, whether they had it or not. You know, some people would have been like, she got to go. You see, James, are you all good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
James White says, my daughter's mom said I'm disrespectful, and I asked her how. She said it's the way I talk to her because I make her feel stupid. But I asked her, how can I make her feel stupid? She said it's the way I say things instead of being so direct. I need to say things in a nicer way. So basically, she wants me to sugarcoat the truth, and that's how most people are. And you're exactly right. And that's coming from a woman who wanted that in her relationship, although I didn't want it.
Right.
Because I've always thought that in my own way that I was always truthful, but I guess truthful in the things you want to tell. Right. But like, people don't like how it feels when it comes back to them. But if you want to stay in the same, ultimately, I've never wanted to stay in the same place in life. Mm-hmm. So after the initial shock is there about what a person has said to you, and rather I wanted to take accountability for it or not, the idea that there was something out here that I knew that I needed to take and grow from. I just always wanted to try to be the best version of myself I could. So after a person says that to me, I'm like, okay, what can I do, you know, to fix this? And I just think people want to be lied to. I just don't know when that's happened. Especially from our age group. And you know, I do know that's what the 90s did. That's what materialism did. We've been hiding behind bags and name brands and hair and shoes for so long that we have forgotten who we are.
Right. Who we are for real.
And when somebody check us on that, the thing that hurt is because you like, oh shit, they see it. I thought I had covered that up.
Mm-hmm. I thought I hid it under this $500 weave or this bag. I thought was covering some of these insecurities because it's a nice pocketbook now. I paid $300 for it. Look at that instead of what's really on the inside. So, grab a bill while you're
over there. Okay. I'm like, I'm giving me a blind.
Ricky said, I know it's hard to read, right?
Yeah, I can't see.
But we look so great in the camera.
We do. I'm trying to, can you see the light? Is it in your eye?
Can you see the light?
I'm trying to
it's okay. It's like if I look over there and then look at the camera, I have the spot.
I almost need to put my shades on because I can't even get my spot.
I gotta wear shades. Ricky said all of that shit is premeditated. They all thought of killing the person if they ever left them. Exactly. Like that little whole mental illness, I don't got time for that. You knew exactly what you was doing. Honesty should be the new norm. Honest should be the new norm. When lies or sugarcoat and shouldn't even be an option. Exactly. And that's what we're doing here at Naked Girls Shower, and I'm glad that you're joining us and joining the movement because it's like we're tired of that fake stuff being what people think is normal. We're getting ready to take normal back for normal people, and it's gonna be the new norm. Normal is gonna be the new norm. Like, yes. Let's see, they try to teach being assertive. No, fuck that. Just be honest, period. Exactly. And lying, it's too much to remember. Like, I don't have time to lie because then you have to remember who you told what, when you told them, make sure everything lined up. Like, I'm just not good at that. I've even told on myself because I'm like, oh, I told you I was at the mall. What? I mean, I don't got time for that. Like, I might as well just tell you the truth because my mother always says I have CRS, can't remember shit. I can't remember it, so I just might as well tell you the truth so I don't even got to keep up with what I'm saying. It's just too much work. Hi, Daryl. We have real unaddressed abandonment issues which do manifest in psychological issues. These folks feel real voids in their souls with fake relationships, and that is so true. Oh, now I want what you have. That looks good.
Too late, honey.
I'm like, that looks like a little tropical.
This what I had yesterday, remember?
I know, and I forgot about it. Let's see. Jamaica said my client was that guy's BFF. She said he was depressed. And depression is real. He should have got some help. And if she saw he was depressed, did she tell him, hey, maybe you need to go speak to somebody? Or were they just like, black people don't do that, we good? Jamaica, answer that if you know the answer to it. Ricky, the truth is blunt to the core and it may hurt the majority of the time. I don't think those acts were premeditated. I don't know. We know Ray Carew premeditated his. Like, he had to think that out a little bit. So some of them, I think they do put time and thought into, like, if you gotta go to the store and buy rope and brick because you know you're getting ready to take your wife out on a boating trip that she's not gonna return from, that was premeditated. Like, you knew you was about to take her out. Mm-hmm. So sometimes they are definitely premeditated. Javon said he can't remember his lies. He can't even remember what day of the week it is. Exactly. Like, that's too much to remember.
He said, I wonder did slaves ever get depressed.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, like, time is the point that people feel like there's so much to be depressed about at a time such as now. It's right there. You're not going to get it open?
Mm-mm.
Oh, shit.
It's not a twist top.
I mean, it kind of can be, I guess. Don't use that, though. Use your jeans. So, Javon, come do this right quick, because you forgot. So, the fact that's what shows that we got so much. We've been given so much that we got so much to complain about for not having. Now, listen, I'm not trying to be insensitive to the fact that there are people that have gone through real things and they're going through real things. Some of y'all that are up here, we get up every morning at 6:45, but and some of us 3:45, 4:45. You know what I'm saying? Because we thought we were about to lose our mind. I understand how mental disorders can be shaped and formed through your own thing or whatever the case.
Right.
I don't know how you say it. I know how it feels to want to give up because you can't have a peace of mind. I know how it feels to feel like something's talking to you even though it's yourself.
Right.
I understand how it feels to not want to get out the bed. I understand to feel like it's a fog hovering over you.
Right.
I understand.
But then you also understand how to get out of that.
You know while you're laying there,
Right.
you know that it's another thing. There's another you know that there's a decision to be made. That's the thing. And accountable, we know and we understand that this same brain that's making us talk and move all these things at one time and a smidget of whatever, is that same thing that is processing things that fast. That
You call it when you pussy whip.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
you can't stop depressing me.
Right.
That shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
pussy.
that depressing. Slaves had more reason to be
Sure
Yeah,
did.
slaves did. Pussy whip,
depression
yeah.
in the 20s.
Show
The
Yeah.
flood in New Orleans.
Cause I needed beds and bubbles not to be dick with.
I call it pussy whip.
And that is true. God knows they dealt with so much
God
more
knows.
than we did. We don't get whipped just because we didn't pick cotton fast enough. And now we kill each other
Excuse me.
because, like, oh my God.
And this the thing, we're not even here to say if anybody's act was premeditated or not, but we do know on Law and Order, if you write a note, buy a rope, or do anything prior to just stabbing a person right there,
Right.
or pulling your gun out and shooting them right, whatever,
We
the gun
thought
that
about
you used to hunt,
Yeah.
with, and you had just came back from the hunt, and she was like, what you say, pal? Or
Right.
something like that. We know Law and Order, you know you will be found guilty.
Mhm.
So we just not gonna do that. But I'm not in nobody's head. All I'm saying is that if people can speak on the defense of the person that says they were depressed and nobody got that person help, then shame on you.
Exactly.
If nobody can say the person was depressed, then you cannot say that the person was depressed because it's out of that person's character. There's a whole bunch of things that we do that everybody don't know we do.
Mm-hmm.
You get them? So, and that's just the thing, and that's why, like, when the date on your level, the date on your level is not about numbers. That's just how we say it. Date
Right.
on your level. Don't be with nobody you think you don't deserve.
Right.
First of all, don't be with nobody that you think don't deserve you.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Once you get,
I'm like,
don't be with nobody you think don't deserve you,
yeah,
because
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? If they spending all your money, messing with people,
Right.
whatever the case, you have time before you go to fuck crazy about something.
Right.
Even if it's a mental illness. If you have a pre-existing condition and you get into a relationship, you need to let the person that you're in a relationship know.
Certainly.
Let them know that you're a little
Certainly.
shaky at times. So they
Exactly.
need to handle you with care.
Certainly. Like,
Do
that
not wash
should
and
be-
throw in the dryer. It will fucking shrink.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, that should be up front. If you have bipolar or anything, like, that's some stuff that needs to be addressed up front. Like, I had somebody contact me who is maybe, I think he's slightly autistic, and he's saying that, women kind of don't want to be bothered with that, because he does tell them up front so that they know, look, I might get a little worse. I'm not saying this is a characteristic of someone that's autistic, but he'll let you know, I might text you 100 times. I might be, and some women are just like, I ain't got time for that shit. But he lets them know up front. And he was saying, should he stop telling them? And
you said somebody called.
Yeah.
Message.
And it's like, you didn't even have to tell me. I'm glad you did, because I'm thinking to myself, his elevator don't go all the way to the top. But once he told me he was autistic, then it was able for me I was able to have a frame of reference to be like, okay, this is why he will send me message after message until I respond, or So I think it's important that you just share stuff with people up front.
Exactly. Hey Zane. I think that he should tell. I think the right person will understand. And Kate, I mean, women, don't we want to be texted 100 times? You said you did. Be careful what you wish for. You get what I'm saying? Like, people, somebody appreciate it. I mean, at some point.
Exactly. Somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Me, but yeah.
Gabriella, when people are diagnosed clinically depressed, they waddle in that shit after many attempts and then learning how to deal with it. I was determined I was not going to let my own diagnosis get me to
a point where I would take my own life.
Exactly. Okay. Point where I take exactly. See, so I'm glad you said that, because people want to pretend like they're not making these decisions.
Right.
I know Jay tell me about kids that he have worked with that was like, I'm not doing my work because they said I can't.
Exactly.
And then they come in and they see him working with Jay and they like, how you getting to do it? Because I told him he can do it, so he did it. Y'all telling him he can't do it, so he don't try.
Right.
And so, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's been about 17 years. I was constantly having panic attacks or anxiety attacks, and they would just come out the blue. I could not figure out how to control them. And I remember the doctor putting me on medication, and it would just be times when I was sitting around like in a zombie state because I was on this medicine that just kind of brought you down, so I wouldn't be anxious and I didn't like the way that felt. And I decided I don't give a fuck that the doctor says I need to take this medication. I decided I don't want to do that. I don't want to walk around feeling like a zombie. I don't want to walk around always, I had to make the decision. And if my anxiety attacks didn't completely go away at that time, I would still have them occasionally, but I had to learn how to deal with them because I didn't want to be on medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're not getting ready to put me on medicine for the rest of my life, and then I'm dependent on it and can't function in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So forever, I definitely understand. Like, I made a decision even when I was married and extremely depressed and was contemplating taking my own life. I wrote each one of my kids goodbye letters because I was like, I can't do this anymore. I had to make a decision that was not the way out. Like that wasn't my escape, and that was some punk shit that I was thinking about doing.
Yeah. I mean, I have had my times when I'm like, I'm just going to lay here. I'm not going to get up. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to, I don't care.
Right.
Who find me, how they find me.
Right.
And it's just, and I mean, that's what I'm saying. If we want to say it like that, everybody has gotten to a point at one time or another where they have felt like they wanted to throw in the towel because life is so long to live, right? But, like, again, when you hurt somebody else, when you decide to hurt somebody else, that's when you gotta say what is the malicious part of it or not, right?
Right.
Because that's
to
like,
say,
I'm gonna
make a post. Oh, I noticed some punk stuff, but she going with me. That ain't cool. Yeah. That's not cool at all. Like, and it's not even fair. It's not fair if there's any kids involved. Mm-hmm. Just family and friends in general. It's not fair.
Yeah.
And we know life ain't fair, but I don't even condone like suicide. But shit, like I think Javon said earlier, kill your damn self. What the fuck you gonna bother somebody else for? Cause you not happy. Cause you depressed. Cause you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They might can see the fucking light, but you just sat here and goddamn took it from them because you was depressed. That ain't fair. That's some bullshit. bullshit.
And I do think, and it's not about the person here, because I don't know him. I don't know his name. I didn't even want to know so much. You know what I'm saying? We only even addressing it as a local issue because of the person addressing her, because we didn't tell anybody where it was from. Again, we was just talking about a situation like this not too long ago, and we have domestic violence forums, and we all have suffered some sort of abuse, and you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
So it's like,
passionate.
this is what it is. It's definitely passionate to us on other levels. And the way I really feel about this situation doesn't even have nothing to do with the death. It's the quest.
Right.
And that's a whole other thing. That's something that we would talk about at a different time later on, just as far as women growing and why Naked Girls is the empowerment that women need.
Right.
But we have to not also try to make people seem better than what they are. Like, I remember when I was growing up, I was about maybe 12 or 13-ish, and I had this boyfriend. He lived in my building on the third floor, and that was the first time I ever experienced a slightness of maybe was gonna be abused.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like 13, and I'm like, okay, well, he come to my house sometimes, my boyfriend, but you know, we ain't doing nothing. But you know, my boyfriend. And I remember standing talking to him in front of the door, and in his jokiness, he punched me in the leg, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, ow, but for whatever reason, we was younger, it was cool to kind of play fight with the boys because you thought you was being tough. Did y'all do that here?
Yeah.
We was doing all types. I done got kicked in my face and all types of shit, right? But anyway. And so then he used to look like I'll be sure. Anyway, we at his house, and he threw his cat on me, and the cat clawed onto my lip, and that was, I had it, right? And that's when I had the short. So I had the two instances. Excuse me, and he was upset. That had broke up with him. I was going to the 9th grade. Or whatever, so I had to like dodge him, you know, hope I don't run into him on the elevator and stuff for a while. And he had an older mother, and so he was kind of mean, but funny, but cool. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of looking at him, and hindsight, I'm like, I kind of knew. I think we all kind of knew that he was kind of like not wrapped all the way tight, but he didn't look slow. Right. He didn't really act slow, but you know, he had a little bit of aggression that was left field from us other kids, right? And so by the time I moved down here at 16. I think a year later, the girlfriend he had, he killed her. Yeah. He shot her and shot himself. Yeah, that's his mother. Put like this: we knew as kids that he had this older mother that couldn't control him. Right. I knew that I was in a situation somehow, some way with a guy that I felt he's gonna be fucking punching me in my legs and throwing cats on me often. Right. Exactly. I think I should not come over here anymore, even though I like how he's singing. I'll be sure. Right.
We see it.
Where you go?
I know. Now somebody come along looking like I'll be sure. You gonna do something like them that unibrow?
Yeah, right.
Not cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So.
But yeah, you do see that stuff early because there was a guy as kids. I was the same age as his brother, but he was mean as hell. Like, if we found out he was outside, we'd be like, oh, so-and-so outside. We not coming outside because he was so mean to us. And so when he killed his girlfriend, it was like, that motherfucker always been mean. Like, he was always that one that would do something while the adults wasn't watching or whatever. So it's like this stuff,
or something.
Like, we knew that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then also too, when you're in a relationship with someone, you have to know when you're bringing the worst out of each other. Right. Although you can't stay away from each other. Right. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Sometimes you just cannot get enough. Mm-hmm. Right. And so if you cannot make the decisions in your relationship to not let that person bring the worst out of you, you have to let them go. Exactly.
You can be so passionate and the good times are so good, but then those bad times are so bad. And you gotta, so let me just say, I don't know, Chris, every now and then this chair moves and creaks and makes me feel like I'm passing gas.
Because we pulled them closer and they both got a dip in it. where the bottom sits in.
Oh, okay, because I was like, I'm moving a certain way, and I'm like, I hope Chris don't think I'm passing gas like loud on camera over here. It's the chair. I would do it, but I haven't, is what I'm trying to say. James, yes, you are all off subject. Talking about, tell me why he's in the upscale sushi bar and the sister in here being all friendly with these white folks, checking up on them and haven't checked on me one time in 40 minutes. That's how we do, James. We get kind of afraid of the, as a matter of fact, somebody put a post up and it said how we are with each other, and it was like a roaring lion, and then it was like how we are with the oppressor, and it was the lion from the Wizard of Oz, like the little cowardly lion, and that's how we do each other all the time. Hi, Valerie.
She might have to fix that because I didn't just hit my knee on it.
Oh, Javon, J. Michael Clark says, be killing cats and shit as a kid. Exactly. Like, I swear for God, and I talk, and I get on her about this all the time. I swear I felt like my stepdaughter killed our hamsters, and then she wrote a story about it, and it was who killed the hamsters. So we was like, your time, not stepdaughter, I had a foster child. It's like, your time is about up. Because somebody drowned them hamsters, and then you wrote a story about it, changed everybody's names and stuff in it, and I'm like, I know you killed her. And she always be like, Ma, I did not kill those hamsters. But I do got one eye still on her for them hamsters drowning some kind of way.
What did you say? I'm sorry, my sister.
Yeah.
James, I'm gonna need you not to wait for 40 minutes though.
I know, I would have called her out already. Like, I would have said something. We went out to eat at a sushi restaurant, me and my girls and my mom and my grandmother, and she brought, like, the whole night, it was taking her forever to bring stuff that we need or to come to check on us. Like, my sushi was a little spicy. I ran out of water. It took her forever to bring it. And then when she brought the ticket, it took her like 40 minutes from the time she brought the ticket to the time she came back to get our money. And when she came back to the table, I was like, oh, I thought you just wanted us to walk out. Like, this was going to be free because it's been 40 minutes since you dropped the ticket off. And when she walked away, my kids were like, Mom, that was mean. And my mama was like, that was kind of mean. And I'm like, why was it mean? I was just telling her, like, you brought the ticket 40 minutes ago and you're just now coming back to get the money. Like, I didn't know no other. And I said it with a smile.
That's how I feel. So look,
if I thought it was mean.
If I go through drive-through, well, I don't get fries no more, but if I go through drive-through and ask them, can you give me fresh fries? Because if I get up to the window and they're not fresh, I'm going to send them back. Is that mean?
No, that's not
They
mean
would
at
think
all.
that was me. Javon would be like, that's crazy. They're going to spit in your food. I'm saying, I'm pre-telling you.
Right.
I'm going to hold your line up.
Right.
If you don't give me fresh fries, because I'm only even here for the fries.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So for me to get there, my fries not cold, they limp. You get what I'm saying? Or you done gave me 10 fries and I didn't know, whatever that thing is, I feel like I want to pre-tell you. I didn't think I said it mean. Now, I'm not saying I think that a person appreciates me telling them that, but I think that if you don't want me to hold your line up, that you should want me to let you know to give me fresh fries.
Yeah.
That's fine. Now, if I could just be honest about that with everything. And it's funny, though, because I said to Shamika when we got off live last week, I said, can we do a live? We're talking about why is truth perceived as mean.
Right.
And here we are. So it's something we're supposed to talk about. And I was saying because to me, there is a strength and a power behind somebody that's able to tell their truth unapologetically, because I have walked around squelching my truth so much that I don't even know sometimes which feeling is real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I done flip-flopped it so much that when I want to say it, I'm like, I don't know if this is emotional or not, or should I even be questioning if it's emotional, if that's how it feels. because that means I want to put the right answer out. Once you done had that conversation, it's already fucked up.
Right, exactly.
You know, so.
And I know Kanita, which is one of my friends, one of our new team members, she's going to be doing some skits and plays and stuff with us. But she always has to go and defend me to people. Like, I'll say something and they won't say anything, but they'll go to her and be like, can you believe she said that? That was mean and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I guarantee she's not thinking about it like that. Like, she didn't say it in a malicious way. She was just telling you the truth. And I can guarantee if you were to go speak to her, she's going to talk to you like nothing happened. And that's the way it is. Like, nothing has happened in my mind, but somebody else is just all broke up. And we talked about this because I had a friend, and I mean, hopefully we don't have to have this discussion 20 years from now, but I have a friend who has been holding something on the inside of her for like 20 years because she felt like I was the mean girl in high school. And I honestly thought we were good. Like, for all of these 20 years, I thought we was fine, but she was feeling like I was mean. And so I had the opportunity to apologize to her, and Chris happened to be there. And just the tears shed and the woo-saw moment was just like wow.
You could see it was real for her. And I was sitting there like, damn, Shamika, your ass is me. You been a mean preacher.
Right.
You been a mean this. And it was funny because me and Javon was talking about something, the perception of being mean. But then even that's how I was like, okay, I can see how somebody might think that because the stuff she says, I'll be like, but it be real shit. So it's just about somebody's telling their real truth and people is thinking it and they're not saying it. And I was like, but I guess that's really not mean. That's truth.
Right.
That's what people say. These are things we laugh about behind closed doors. Like, this is just something that we really, really think. And the fact that you can't say what you feel in the land of the free is a problem for me.
Right. The land of the free.
Javon said he didn't say it was mean. He said, I said it'll make a motherfucker spit on your shit. Oh, so I could send it back if it was me. Right. He just didn't want me to be ordering for everybody.
Right.
But it's a shame that I can't say that without us thinking somebody would spit on my burger because you giving motherfuckers cold fries.
Right. Yeah, like that's wrong. I did watch one of my coworkers. I never spit in anybody's food, but I did watch one of my coworkers spit in a woman's yogurt because the woman was always coming up. She worked in the mall, and the yogurt shop was in the mall, and she was always coming up wanting free yogurt. And she was older than us, and my friend, instead of telling her, like, we can't keep giving you free yogurt, just decided, oh, if she gonna keep asking for yogurt every time we give it to her, I'ma spit in it.
I just think that's just
she
evil.
always would spit in her yogurt. Hopefully, she's not watching. But my friend would always spit in your yogurt because you were always asking for free yogurt, and we were like 15 and it got on our damn nerves, and we didn't know how to tell you no at the time. But you ate a lot of spitty yogurt, just so you know.
And so did some white people during slavery.
Right, like, we know you did. Oh, yeah, Valerie, I didn't think it was me either. I didn't spit in somebody's food, but like if I was rushing, like when we were at Taco Bell, we was trying to get that food out there, and I can remember dropping a burrito shell, the tortilla shell, and like catching it on my foot, and then like kicking it up in the air, catching it, whoop, going to put them beans on there and send it down the line. Like,
that's what happened when you damn majorette and shit.
Yeah, like
shit.
We gonna go on and get this stuff out of here.
To do that. First of all, I stepped on it by mistake, just trying to stop it.
I never intentionally did anything bad to somebody's food, but I did. One point, they had you on a time limit to get that stuff out of there. I done dropped it, caught it on my foot, kicked that on up, catch it. Put it back in that hand, slap them beans on there, and sit it.
That's like one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Sit it on
down the line.
That is so. have no stories like that.
Yeah,
I
I
was
love
Ronald
working at
McDonald.
fast food.
I used to dress up as Ronald McDonald for the birthday party.
I used to dress up as a taco man for Taco
Did
Bell.
you?
Yes, like
Wow.
I remember having to put that big shell on in Four Seasons Mall, and the kids were like, "Hey, Mr. Taco," and I'm like, "I'm a miss."
Yes. Then we read everything. It's just, it's a shame that we have to have the conversations that we have to have. When people see naked girls, what they have to realize is that we're not just some blog.
Right.
We are women that have decided to put our lives on blast in order to help save a life.
Right. Exactly.
We talk all the time everywhere we go. We could
Right.
be talking, you know what I'm saying? This is like, we don't have,
This
this
like,
what
this
it's
is for
for.
real.
This is, yes.
Yeah.
So, this is self-help,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody now really, aggressive self-help, and this is the real reality, not the ones you see on VH1 and MTV and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, this is for real. This is for life. This is about having life-changing experiences, things that promote positivity.
Mm-hmm.
And strength
and freedom.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
God, don't you get tired of having to put on 2 pounds of makeup before you go to the grocery
you.
store? This is saying, I'm going to wrap my, like, I look like Prince today. I told Prince, I feel like Prince, or something, But I didn't feel like doing all of that, and I shouldn't have to, like, I look good just like this. I'm getting ready to tie this up, and I'm getting ready to go on about my business. I don't have time to do all that just to go to the store.
Yeah.
Or just to
And I used to put all that makeup on. In the summertime, I swear I used to feel like I was suffocating in my pores. Then you try to wipe your face, and then you got wiped half your foundation off, and it's just, and I'm just like, that doesn't mean I don't see the blemishes in the spots. I even got a new one going to get some laser, and that's what we need to maybe talk about that with skincare. Like, when we be on these birth control, when I was taking the Mirena, it was giving me this increase of hair growth, and I'm already hairy.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't want to have a beard.
Right.
But I have hyperpigmented skin. Like, I got little bruises of, like, nicks of I remember I kicked a rock in Jamaica about 10 years ago. I still have the little circle on my leg.
Right.
That's just how my skin is. And so I'm happy my kids are not like that. So I'm like, okay, I get here, I'm gonna go get electrolysis. I get it maybe every other year or something like that since I started maybe 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go and the machine picks up the dark pigments and it done burnt me.
Oh, wow.
So when it healed, I'm like, why does my skin feel ashy right there? Then as it healed, it turned black. And now I go to the dermatologist, like, oh, that just kind of happens. So, Jay, like, well, you don't do that no more. It's like, do you want me to have a beard? Or do you want to have a burn? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to get one of those big magnetic mirrors and,
just get the good tweezers.
The skinny one.
Because I know when I was going to be waxed at one time, remember if they didn't get all of them, they would go in and
with
tweeze a little bit. And I'm like, y'all was just pulling that out so easy. It don't even hurt. But she said the tweezers like $100 and something, but they like really good. Yeah.
So I mean that's what I have to do. But when I saw the mark come out, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it's like knowing how long it's gonna take. I wanted to take something. I did try a little bit, but then I was just the whole block. I was like, you know what? Wipe it off. I'm just like, that's just what it is, and that's just what it's going to be. And I have to love myself no matter what it is, and that's just the outcome for some other shit that's for white people shit.
Thank you, Ricky. He said we are always a treat to the eyes. Thank you. And Sharisa, it's so funny because I looked down and saw you commenting, and I was thinking earlier on you didn't get the comment, but I was thinking earlier on, ooh, I forgot to tell her that we're on YouTube now, not Facebook. But hopefully the link actually brought you here. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, now Sharissa swears by Shamika being mean. Now she knows Shamika from a different. So Sharissa, are you saying the meanness is about her, the way she just tell it like it is? Honest, like sit back and think about it. Is it the fact that she has always been brutally honest, no matter what, how you would feel, or was she tripping people in the hallway and, you know what I'm saying,
Like
taking pictures and putting you up on blast?
Yeah, I don't ever think I was really the mean girl. And as a matter of fact, like Sharissa was always the one, if somebody wanted to bother me,
yeah, that
they had to get through her. Yeah.
So I know you couldn't have been that type of mean.
Yeah, because I think she would have been like, now look, I ain't gonna keep fighting your battles if you're gonna be intentionally being mean to some people. But I think she kind of understood early on, like she's not being mean. This just her, you know. And so she was always fighting my battles.
Yeah. And I mean, and again, I'm bigging up all naked girls with
what? Javon, you just made me laugh and push out some. Had mustaches and shit. Now I will say I have always been jealous of women that had sideburns.
Oh, that mean your pussy? I'm gonna let it go.
Like women that actually grow the sideburns, I have been my whole life been jealous of them. Like I always love sideburns. Like now I don't want them if they real, like the hair real tight over there and like rolled up real tight like this right here. But when they just have like the sideburns and they actually grow down their face a little bit, I have always like, oh, why can't I grow some sideburns? I would be cutting them. Like I always would have my hairstyle, whatever it was, I would cut me some sideburns because I always love sideburns. I love men with sideburns. Like Mike don't grow a lot of facial hair, so it's like I need you to have them points right there. At least give me that. So if he cut his hair and cut them points off, I'm kind of like not even interested. Like I mean, okay, because I like sideburns. Like I'm addicted. I love sideburns. Like sideburns to me are the sexiest thing a man can have.
It's like when the beard just growing in and got the shadow.
Yeah.
Shape up.
Yeah. So that's like, I mean, let me lick your sideburns. That would be my thing. Like I love sideburns.
Somebody said I like the Shanti sideburns. Why everybody cracked on it. I don't know. I never really cared about it like that.
Yeah, I love them on a female, but on a man, they just. Oh my gosh, you get you some fresh love. Even if it's whatever. Like, and if you can't grow that in on the face, it at least need to be the little points. Like, oh my God. I just can't even. Woo, I'm getting warm just thinking about the sideburns. Oh my God. I love them.
What you say? I've been here.
You've been here where? On the feed? Dang, it's 201. Your comment just let me know it's 201. Now, Chris was asking, was I like, am I mean or am I just truthful?
She said yes already, I think.
Oh, wait. Did you say
at 1:59. I had asked it, and then I think she said yes.
Really? Really, Sharissa? Which one? Yes to what? Just don't know how to live chat. Oh, sorry. You getting it, though. You're doing well. I'll answer for you. I'm just truthful. I'm not mean. It's just taken as mean. Right? No, I'm kidding.
But it's just, I mean, and it's about not being scared to,
oh, she said always brutally honest.
And that's what people think is mean because people are not brutally honest. And I swear I wish through my life that I would have had more people be brutally honest so that I could have developed tougher skin and more like, tenacity, whatever, when you snap back, be more resilient in certain things so that I'm not a grown woman trying to do things in a situation where I don't know how to like navigate in this newfound feeling of somebody saying to me, this is what it is. Like,
Right.
and it shouldn't really be that big deal, but I guess it is when they say the truth hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't have to hurt,
Right.
but the only thing you saying is it hurts when somebody tell me I ain't as perfect as I'm pretending I am to myself. That's really what it means.
I think I got it from my grandma, maybe, because she would say stuff like, I'm thinking I'm looking good, and she would be like, you need to put something on them lips looking like a plain Jane.
Okay, well, yeah, after you hear that,
like, oh, okay.
my mother would say she gonna pat me up. Yeah, you so, that's my baby.
That was
You
my
know what I'm
mom, but my grandma, like, Khalees now come over to my grandma's house with her natural hair just, flying, and my grandma be like, woo, when you gonna do something to that head?
See, when you had that, that's what was brutally honest, those old folks.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like, grandma, this is her natural style. Just because y'all got relaxers and wanted to be like white people.
Yeah, uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. My English teacher had a 5 o'clock shadow and some taco meat. It wasn't sexy, but it was hard not to look at. Yeah, I'm happy though I ain't got no hair on my chest. I don't know how it happened. I know somebody that does. And she don't be having no problems getting no dudes.
She just been married to this one. She been with the same guy for over 20 years. And I'm telling you, she's so relaxed that she be like, oh, wait a minute, y'all. I need to get this. And she'll pull out her little razor that she carry with her and be like, and just shave her chest like right there like it ain't nothing. And I'm looking like, bitch, you got chest hair? Like, I had never seen it before on a woman. But she just pulled it out like in front of everybody and was like, wait a minute, y'all.
And I know somebody in straight V-necks.
Really? With chest hair?
I don't even think she shaves it.
Oh my God. Now this girl, she did shave. I was just like, wow, she has chest hair. I had never seen a woman with chest hair until that time.
What does that mean when a woman have chest hair? Does that mean she has extra special pussy? You know what I'm saying? Some mean that. I want to know what that means.
Yeah, does that mean she must got the bomb bomb AP.
I
she
know.
Got chest hair. Jeez.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. I don't want it. I got a friend that grew a beard and she would shave it and then she ended up with razor bumps. So then she was always trying to put makeup over her razor bumps. It's like, I don't know why she never thought to tweeze it, but she ended up with like really bad razor bumps and she was really light skinned.
But like even sometimes when I tweeze, now hopefully with this different tweezer, it'll be different because you can pull the right direction. But when you got hair that's like
a lot
coily, whatever, I mean, almost ingrown hair is almost impossible that you have to over exfoliate to keep that skin loose. So, but that's what it is because I'm not gonna be walking around with any
razor bumps and
no more. Okay, what's up, ladies? Her husband likes that bush on her puss. LOL. That's what Ronnie said. Teresa said she's lying. Keep scrolling. Y'all behind.
Y'all are behind. We are behind. It's just like a small delay, Sharisa. Who's lying? Am I lying? Are you saying I mean?
No, I thought she said, well.
Let's ignore Sharisa if that's what she's saying. She's not feeling well today. She's not in her right mind. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, it's 2:00.
It's 2:07.
She got that grizzly. Yeah.
That's what it means if you have a hairy chest.
Is that what she got that grizzly? Like, do y'all like that? Like, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to settle for what I have because I don't want chest hair.
I don't.
Yeah. No thanks. If you have it, flaunt it. We want you to be naked. You know what I mean? But
write us, let us know how it feels to, maybe it's something we don't know. It may be sensitive right there. Making nipples more tingly or something.
Right. Just playing with your hair, just plucking your little hairs right there.
Yeah, it may be doing something that we don't know about. So
Yeah.
her pheromones might be right there. It might be real strong right there.
That means I would not want to be around her. I would not want to smell it.
Not for you, for the man with a sensitive nose. Well, again, it's been a great show. Like and share, like and subscribe to our page. Share all of the videos of Naked Girls. We just got some shit to say.
Yeah, tell people to subscribe.
Yes.
Because we want, we had a good following on Facebook, and they're probably like, what happened to them? Where are they? Did the Rainbow Crew finally run them off? I'm just kidding. But, no, we're still here. We're just trying to try out this different network. Like, we got tired of being banned from Facebook. And although I do hear that they will ban your live videos on YouTube as well, we have these two mediums. So just,
see, I don't think, though, on YouTube that, like, you go and it's the type of forum that it is, it's like, you're gonna have people on there. They're gonna speak their mind because they're on there to find shit to get into.
Right.
I don't think people is taking the time to just, unless it's like hella offensive.
Right. To tell.
Now we may be stuck with a person on our page that we can't get rid of.
Thanks, Zane.
You know what I'm saying?
Got to go back to work.
Yeah. Thank y'all. But I like Method Man, sexy. Yeah, I like that.
Honey.
Usher.
I'm going to say these two things. I'm going to leave. Thankfully, I was not famous at like 20. I had a little list. Jamaica, Method Man was on my list. Like, he was going to be a notch under my belt. Like, I was that person. Like, I had a list, and then you moved over to the other list once I had already conquered you. Like, Method Man. Whoo! And Usher, when he came out with that, I'll freak you right, I will. And he had his stomach showing, and he was like, oh my God, Usher. Like, Jesus Christ, Usher, why are you doing this to me? I'm trying to be saved.
Yeah, YouTube don't be on it like that. That was Rodney was saying. But yeah.
Javon, get off of this feed. Women with chest hair make you come fast.
You can't be telling me stuff like that. I'll be there looking up how to make your hair. I'm not. That's where I draw the line though, at the chest hair.
I can't. Yeah, I have to draw the line at the chest hair. I don't want that. But I have my own, like, people sometimes be like, girl, you need to eat a biscuit. And I be thinking, maybe, but I definitely don't want my biscuits to be hanging up under the back of my bra like yours. I don't. Them back rubs, I don't want that either. So I just got my things that I'm like, I just can't deal with that. And chest hair, back rolls and stuff, I don't want that.
I don't want that.
Yeah. I'd rather be thin before, somebody's hand can just, you can stick a pencil up there and let it carry it around for the rest of the day on the back. I don't want that. Like, you got money for me? Just stick it up under there. I don't want that.
This chick right here.
So.
This chick right here.
It's after 2 o'clock.
And y'all don't even know. It's coming though.
And I only had one, and I'm not gonna even say what I'm drinking because
tipsy off.
Yeah, I'm like until they put ads on that's what they need to do.
We gonna get there.
Give us an ad. I have purposely, you probably still know, but I've purposely not put the label to the camera because they're gonna, damn it, hate us for this shit one of these days. Mm-hmm. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel, y'all.
Subscribe.
Look forward to Total Woman Tuesdays and Sundays with Shamika Michelle. We're going to have these, You'll get to see Chris, just Chris, on Tuesdays. You'll get to have me, just me, on Sundays, because that's like my chill day. And we're going to chop it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of stuff coming for you. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends.
Album.
The Naked Girls album. Y'all don't even know.
Y'all don't even know.
You don't even know.
You
You're not ready,
ready.
but you are. Like, y'all so ready for this. So, I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't wait till we can just play something for you and be like, oh, shit.
It's coming soon.
Anyway.
It's coming soon. Yes.
Oh, Sharisa. See, that's Shamika just honest. So, yeah.
I know, just honest.
Yeah, we said we were going to eventually have the call in next week, next Friday. We're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put the number out there, 919-949-5818 or something. I don't know. But that's fine. You can call that number too. So that y'all can call in and we can chat and we can take the conversation up a notch.
Mm-hmm. Show you right.
We done?
Yes, we are.
It is after 2. We love y'all. Thank you for joining us this week. See you next Friday. Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, wait, is this Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day. Yes. Happy Mother's Day, moms. And in the meantime, don't forget to keep it naked.
Peace.
Toodles.
I just steal all of Javon's things. I did the hand fist pump.